Yeah, g'day. So how are you? Yeah, look, a lot of people have been asking about the truck. We keep referring to it, and it's obviously in a lot of our videos and different shots we've done. Yeah, so I thought we might give you a quick rundown on what it does and how it goes about it. Fundamentally, we had this before we had the van, and it was a full off-grid capable 4x4. It allows us to get away, but also then provide most of the creature comforts you would expect with a caravan. The difference is you live outside this with all the stuff inside it. In a caravan, you live inside it with all the stuff outside. Yep. Anyway, so look, I'll do a basic quick setup and then I'll show you some of the finer details of what this machine carries with it. And yeah, we'll go from there. So hypothetically, we just pulled up. It's time to set up for a camp, and this is basically how it's done. All our kitchen and our cooking gear, including a 12 volt vacuum food sealer, which is also really handy for packing before we go, and if you do a bit of fishing, which we do. Great for storing fish in so it doesn't stink up your fridge, because it seals in all the nasty fish smell. 80 litre fridge freezer on an MSA drop slide. Again, a fantastic bit of gear. Great people. Have needed a spare part at one stage of the game for this, because through no fault of MSA's, and the guys just looked after us without any question whatsoever, so really, really good. So half fridge, half freezer. The Angle, best fridge on the market without a shadow of a doubt. A lot of what we've got set up is not quite where it would be if we were using this independently, but because we're towing the van, we are using it for extra storage. In this area in here, we have all these tubs, which generally holds all the food, non-perishables obviously, but because we're using the van and all the food's in it, it becomes a storage for all sorts of nasty stuff like, oh, I don't know, wool to do crochetting and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Right, so have a look through here. We have two steps organised here, which come out of their little storage. So for the more vertically challenged among us, you have handy little stools, which has another purpose, which I'll show you in a bit. Park that there for a minute. So up here we have the electric chainsaw. When we're forward driving and you have trees across tracks, that sort of thing, it's obviously very, very handy to clear tracks, but also fantastic for collecting a little bit of firewood when it's legal to do so, of course. Stashed up the top here, we've got a fold out solar panel which is about the size of the bonnet on the F truck. Good bit of kit. We carry an amount of electrical bits and pieces, not the least of which is a portable floodlight, so if we need light away from the truck we have that. Now up in here, 3000 watt inverter. That has a distribution panel here which we can look at. We run the Makita charger for the batteries for the chainsaw, but we also have a blower vac, a vacuum cleaner for the van, plus my hand tools which include a angle grinder, a drill and a rattle gun. So we use the one charger to do all that. The inverter handles that more than easily. Righto, in the rear, fire blanket and a fire extinguisher because you can't be too safe, particularly when you're out by yourself somewhere. We have the hot water sep, so that's a instantaneous gas hot water service. Basically collects onto the pump around the side, I'll show you in a bit, and into the gas bottle. And we have a nice hot shower when it's needed.
And that's mounted on, what sort of board is that?
So that's a bit of fibro in behind it, just to protect it from the carpet that's in the truck. We don't want it to get hot from the exhaust that comes out the top. But I have tested it and it doesn't get particularly warm. So here is plenty of ventilation for it when it's in operation. So what we have here is we've got a fishing net, which is rarely used. And we have two fishing rod holders under there, so one of those each. And then we have quite a number of additional poles. So these can be added around the awning if we need to strap it down in particularly bad wind, but as you can see there's a bit of a breeze blowing now, and this awning will take a fair amount of a fairly reasonable stiff breeze before it becomes an issue. But in order to preserve it and make sure it's not damaged, we can add the extra poles and then strap it down so that it doesn't get too much updraft under it from the wind. So that's all under there. Then we have using another MSA drop slide, we have the barbecue. Now that connects back to the gas bottle that's just down there with the hose. But yeah, so believe it or not, this barbecue is also an Audi operation. Does an amazing job, couldn't be happier with it, just the right size. And then with this section here, 1.5 metre length of table, so when you set up together with that one there, you've got a lot of just basic working space. Again, it can be a little bit high because of the edge on that, so we can use the little stools around the joint just to make it a bit easier if you're doing something a bit complicated up on there where you need to be able to get at it a bit better. So again, it folds away all nice and easy like that. Righto, so slide out drawers, good and heavy duty, an amount of bug repellent and sprays and stuff like that to keep things comfortable. Stored in here we've got some of those collapsible tubs, bit of hoses. We have clothes pegs for our clothesline, which is a fantastic bit of gear. simply connect that onto a tree or something else handy, pull it tight, wrap it around, and you've got yourself a really good little clothesline. So you go do a bit of swimming or whatever the case, yeah, you can hang up your towels, all that sort of stuff, where you do a bit of washing. Obviously it's hand washing, but so that's just general bits and pieces that you're always wanting when you're out camping. This side here is fundamentally full of stuff for the coffee operation we got going. So again, this was never the case previous when we're just operating the truck as a camping rig, but certainly now that we've switched to where you're being coffee outlet, yeah, look, it's got all the gear there. To get the coffee machine out, it's simply a matter of just pulling the slide out there. We've got the coffee machine and the grinders here. The only setup required, if you want to come around this side, is we drop that and plug the gas into the outlet here, and then plug the grinder into this outlet here, which is connected through to the inverter. That's enough to run the coffee grinder and the coffee machine, which is actually can stay plugged in because the cord's basically long enough. So that's all it takes to set that up. And then neatly packs away inside. Out of the way. So righto, come around the side, we've got 4 kilo gas bottles, one on each side. So this one here is the reserve for the other one, which is connected through to the hardwired into the truck. Water pump here and our water outlet. So we have a control pump switch there for the water pump, and then we also have lights, which are all 12 volt LEDs. This switch here can light up both this and right down the other side, and there's other controls around the other side. These ones here have a LED in each door, which is controlled by the dimmer, and that shines directly into the cupboard, obviously at night. So these are our clothes tubs. Ordinarily they're used for storage at the moment, but if we're going away camping and we're just using the truck, we've got plenty of room for storage. You put your usually your toiletries, whatnot, in one, your scandies and socks in another, and then jackets and stuff like that, and then your shorts, t-shirts, that sort of thing in the other. Really easy, straightforward. So that's that cupboard. This one here would be a duplication of that, although it's been bastardised a bit again because we're not using it at the moment. But a same set that's in there fits in this cupboard with all this other junk out. So yeah, a lot of crap in there. Again, that ordinarily wouldn't be there. That's for dropping the legs on the van, so it's kept out. But we have 2 chairs in there. You drop one out, and then the other one can come out. All right. So that gets packed up, and then slides away into there. And we also have that to go away. Righto, so this is more definitely a work cupboard. So we have 2 tables in here, so they fold out obviously, so one comes out, then the second one comes out. So that's our fold out hard solar panel. Then we have a chair. All the bottom down here is tools, compressor, ropes and guy ropes and pegs and whatnot for the thing, the awning. And we have all the hand tools. So as I said, the electrical tools, battery tools, and a heap of drill bits, etc. in there. Some wheel chocks. So again, more of a utility cupboard for all the serious stuff when the going gets rough. Again, each one of these 3 doors has the rheostated light down here. So under here we got our 2 spares on the back, 120 odd litres of diesel in here, which we can transfer into the main tank if we need it. In these boxes here, we have a 100 amp hour battery and lithium battery, 1 in each side. This one has a set of jumper leads in there as well, and the other side I carry spare chains, etc. So in the cab, among other things, we run a HX2 HEMA nav, which is takes a little bit to get your head around how to get the best out of it, but certainly it delivers some really good results for us. And then we also run a dash cam on it as well. UHF, among other bits and pieces, and a bloody good head unit so we can play some tunes.
We've got a Waco fridge in there.
Oh, that's right.
Just for drinks while we're travelling. And it's also Charlie's bed. And she's got a holder here.
Okay.
Tether her so she's safe as houses.
Righto. Charlie, get up.
There you go.
So she knows a little bed.
And she's the first to get in. She's waiting to go. As soon as we start rustling around outside the caravan, she becomes aware that we're leaving. She's in the truck. Yeah,
Righto.
we're going to leave her.
Come on.
Come on. Good girl.
They've got the tow mirrors on it for the van, so obviously they extend out when we need to be and push in. Other than that, that's about her, guys. We've done a fair few mods to the truck. It has, as standard, it runs dual shocks, so 2 shocks on each wheel on the back. It normally runs a single, so we've upgraded it to run dual shocks on the front. With the front hubs, there's a weak link in the factory setup whereby the half shaft, there's a short axle out in the hub on the standard one, and I busted 3 of those in my time.
Wait.
Which damages the
Sorry, guys.
damages the hub and all the bearings. So to get rid of that, we've actually replaced all the hub arrangement, put an upgraded much larger axle in there, probably about 30% heavier, and then we've also running some aftermarket worn manual locking hubs instead of the horrible vacuum ones that rarely work. The truck itself, it has front and rear winches, so I don't know if you saw the one on the back, we'll show you in a sec. So there's a front winch on it. Both of them are 17,000 pounds. Light bar. Did have some really nice driving lights, but some of the corrugated roads we drive on decided to shake it so much that it actually rattled and cracked the mounts off it. So that needs to be repaired. But this bull bar has tuned up quite an amount of wildlife, unfortunately, in its time. But yeah, look, it's hung in there and it's done its job really, really well. The truck itself is a 7.3 litre V8 turbo diesel with an intercooler on it, running a 6-speed manual box through to the standard differentials. Ultimately, I'd like to put a locker in the front. Funds permitting, we'll get around to that at one point. Certainly would take it to next level, but its capability off-road is not to be underestimated. Despite its size and its weight, you'll be quite amazed, and I certainly have been a number of times, just how good this thing is off-road. It certainly doesn't muck around when you need to put it somewhere. On the back, as I said, we have the standard twin shocks. Mind you, they're all upgraded to Bilstein shock absorbers, but also run airbags on it to make 4.5 ton tow bar on it. And sitting above that is the rear winch, another 17,000 pounder, as I suggested earlier. And that is fundamentally about it. You got anything else you want a bit more information, or you want a more detail on anything? Just, yeah, look, spare us a comment or whatever, and I can certainly either go back in and get some more footage of it. I'll tell you where we're up to with it and what it can do. So that's it, guys. Now the pack up, which is always the fun bit, which it's the end of your camping trip. You've got to go home. No one likes to be packing up. So with this thing, it is still particularly easy to do. The 30-second awning, whilst it does take slightly longer to set it up. Longer to pull it down than set it up. It doesn't take long at all. So just put that away. Ridge in there. Shut down the side. Drop this piece. So just bring the cover up and over the top of that. Nest that together. Give it a bit of a roll. Get your strap put away. There's 3 little straps up the top there. You just need to make sure they're out from behind them. And then simply zip up the cover. And that's how hard it is to put that away. So very straightforward. Now with this, the bed up here, the wind can be a bit of a problem with them. Ordinarily it'll collapse down really well, but if you get a decent breeze, which we've got going today, it can actually impact on it. Righto, so because of the wind, it's wanted to balloon out a little bit. So ordinarily, it will fold away without needing to tuck the canvas in. But given that's its only limitation, check across the front, which is tucked in properly. Across the rear, no dramas at all. I'll have a quick look at this other side. While I'm up here, close the 2 latches. Come back around here, confirm it's right, and do the same. Just shut down the latches on it. Now obviously it can be hardwired in if you want to. I chose not to because it just gives a level of security. No one can open it up without having the power supply to it. And that's her. You're ready to get back on the road. So as you can see, nice and straightforward. Easy setup, easy pack up, and let's face it, you're going camping to relax and have a few beers, not spend your whole time setting up tents and canvas and all that sort of stuff, then have to pack it up. So really good setup. Righto, that's her guys. Any future questions, like I said, give us a yell, drop us a comment, and we'll go from there. We'll get back to you. Thanks guys, we'll catch you around the traps.